Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy English with Colleen. That's me. Today's video is meant for adults and teenagers, and the level is intermediate. So the topic is something that's near and dear to my heart. I really think it would be a very positive thing for society. So I'm going to look at, it's an old idea. So I'll talk about people who promoted this idea in the past and places it's been tried and some of the benefits. And then I'll look at some of my arguments why I think this is so important. Okay, so this is the concept. The short, the acronym is UBI. People talk about UBI. It stands for Universal Basic Income. So universal is like the universe. It's like everything, everyone. So it applies to everyone. And it's like the French word for univers, it's the same word. So we'll do a video on that later about why English has so many words that actually are connected to French. So universal is for everyone. Basic means it's just enough for basic needs. It's just enough. It's not really great. It's not a lot. It's basic. In English, we say the bare minimum, but, enough. Income is what you earn every month, your money. So this is what you would get. Every month you get a certain amount of money, and it would be every single adult in the country. Every single adult, whether they're poor, the rich, whatever, you get it, everybody gets it. And it's called UBI, Universal Basic Income. So let's look at some of the people who have supported this. I've taken a few notes because there are quite a few details here. As I said, it's a very old idea, and it originated with Sir Thomas More. He wrote a book called Utopia. And Utopia, again, you've got a word very close to this in French. Utopia means a perfect world where everything is excellent. Hardly the world we live in now. And this book was published in 1516. That's over 500 years ago. Imagine. So he wrote in this book about how people should be given a certain sum of money every month so that everyone can afford to live. Now, we'll go from England to, the book I think was published in the Netherlands, but Sir Thomas More, of course, is English. And I think it was written in Latin as well. So then we're going to go to America, and a famous American named Thomas Paine said taxes should be used to give everyone a basic income. So he believed in that. Another person, now we're going back to Europe, Martin Luther King. No, we're not going back to Europe. We're going back, what am I saying? We're going back to America. Oh my God, what a stupid thing to say. Number 3 is Martin Luther King Jr., of course, activist, fighter for civil rights in America. And he wrote a book in 1967 called Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community? And I think we all know where we are now, and it ain't community. So he wrote this book in 1967, and he was advocating as well for this concept of universal basic income. And, I was surprised. I found out a few years back that actually Richard Nixon supported this idea, and it almost passed in Congress. Imagine how different the world would be today if that had actually passed. But alas, it did not. So, but we still have people talking about it and advocating for it. One of those people is a fellow from the Netherlands called Rutger Bregman. He wrote a book called Utopia for Realists. So he's borrowing the word that Sir Thomas More used, utopia for realists. So maybe most people don't think we can have a perfect world, but as good as it can get. Why do people call me? I hate getting phone calls. So this fellow, he's very engaging, and he became quite famous in Davos, where he was arguing for taxes, tax the rich, baby. So I like this guy a lot, and he's very well spoken. He's an historian and a writer, and his books have been translated into many languages. So then let's go back to America. In 2020, presidential campaign, Andrew Young was running. And one of his key policies, key pillars of his platform, was that he would pay every single person in America $1,000 per month if he were elected. Unfortunately, he was not. So there are some of the people, and there are also people in France, there are other economists, all over the world who are arguing for this concept. So it's been tried. It was tried in Canada with great success, but in a town in Canada, but the results were not released for years and years. This happened in the 70s, I think, but people only really read the reports years and years later. But it was successful. And it's been tried in Finland as well, I think with a relatively good success rate. So, so what are some of the benefits of this program? Well, first of all, if you have no money, if you're homeless, and someone gives you $1,000, hello, you can eat again. Maybe you can find, a room to live and get your life back together, get off the streets. So it lifts people out of poverty. People who can't feed their children, now they can afford to have their children eat. It's just a simple payment, so it's not like all these SNAP programs that they have in the United States where you've got to fill out these paperwork and you've got to qualify for this and you've got to use stamps and, all that bureaucracy, all those people employed to help unemployed people. Forget that. Get rid of the bureaucracy and just give people the money, honey. So, and another benefit is that people who, say, have someone handicapped at home that they have to take care of, older relatives, and that, if they go to work, they have to pay someone to come and take care of their family. These people now wouldn't have to go to work and they could stay home. And people who can't find a job, well, maybe they want to go out and do volunteer work and help their community, as Martin Luther King Jr. was talking about. So it's all about community. So if people don't have to worry about money, then they can actually start giving their time and attention to their community. And this, of course, would be an added benefit for all of society. And finally, another benefit is that people who have lost their jobs to AI, and it's coming. It's coming for all of us. It's coming for teachers. It's coming from lawyers. Even doctors can be replaced. They can read scans better than a doctor can. All kinds of different things in society, jobs, can be done now by AI. So if AI is going to wipe out all these jobs, what are people going to do? If AI is driving trucks, what happens to all the truck drivers? It's thousands and thousands and thousands of people just suddenly out of work. And this is happening now in America. They have, I forget what it's called, but they had this AI software that can just drive a truck. And they're doing it now in Texas. So it's here. It's here already. So these are some of the real benefits of UBI, Universal Basic Income. So, so I'm going to conclude. I'm going to talk about why I think UIB is actually necessary. Not just something good, but it's needed. It's necessary. And it's fair. Right now, we have AI, and maybe we're going to have AGI very soon. And this earns big, big, big money for the few, for the Googles and the wealthy entrepreneurs out there who are using it to make money, but also put people out of jobs. So my argument is that AI owes a debt to humanity. Why is AI so smart? Because it's read billions and billions of documents. It has taken all of humanity's knowledge, art, culture, taken that from us, and then used that knowledge, which is our birthright, which is our heritage. They've taken that, and now they're going to kick all of humanity out of gainful employment. Sorry, you just can't do that. You can't steal everything that we've ever created and then throw us out on the street. I'm sorry. If you're using human knowledge and human work and activity over hundreds, thousands of years, we're going to tax you. We're going to tax you, and that tax money will say, thank you, humanity, for what you've given us. Here's my payment for all that stuff that I've taken from you. You got to pay for it, guys. It ain't free. So this is my big argument, is that any company who's going to use all of the collective knowledge of every culture in the world, if you're going to use that, you're going to pay us. And like a similar concept is, they're constantly data mining us when we're online. If you're going to take that information and use it to make money, then you should pay me too. Because I let you take that. And it's valuable. So pay me, brother. So I hope you liked this video. I'll be doing some more today. So see you soon.